Hello, this is going to just be a brief little message about honesty. And these are for my kids who are grades 4 through 6th, 3rd grade through 6th grade. Just wanted to keep you engaged, thinking about life and thinking about where you are in your walk with the Lord. So honesty is only doing or saying things that are truthful and morally right. And I'm probably going to repeat myself a couple of times because I want you to hear this more than once. Honesty includes telling the truth, not lying. It includes acting in a way that is truthful and doesn't hide the truth or isn't deceptive. And honesty is only doing things that are morally right, like not stealing or not cheating, those kinds of things. So if something that you do is an act that will break the law, or if you have to hide what you're doing because you'll get in trouble, you're probably not being honest. So that little tingling of, is anybody looking? I hope they don't see me. I'm going to do whatever it is. You know what? You're probably being dishonest. Your conscience is like the voice in your head, and I equate that to the Spirit, the Holy Spirit working in you saying, now, you know that's not right. Make a better choice. So it kind of helps you to determine if something is right or wrong. Remember, honesty is about being truthful in what you say as well as in what you do. It's more than just not lying. It includes not hiding the truth as well. Your conscience helps you to know what's right or wrong, helps you with those choices, but also we have to learn from our mistakes, and we all learn a little bit along the way. So it's important that you forgive yourself and remember that if you've been dishonest in some way, that you can ask for forgiveness from Jesus and He will forgive you and to help you to do better the next time. I want you to look in Proverbs chapter 10, verse 9. I've got that verse right here. And it says, he who walks in integrity or honesty walks securely, but he who perverts his ways will be found out. You know, if you're dishonest, somehow, some way, somebody will know and you will experience a consequence, usually if you're caught, which is not so good. Also, if you look at Proverbs chapter 12, verse 22, lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but those who deal faithfully are His delight. So we want you to have good thoughts, honest things coming from your mouth, and we want you to be a delight to the Lord. Think about how you can make the Lord happy. And one more verse, 1 Peter in the New Testament, chapter 3, verse 10. For let him who means to love life and see good days refrain his tongue from evil and his lips from speaking guile. So avoid saying things inappropriately. Avoid lying. Avoid being dishonest. Honesty, again, is about what you say and about what you do. You speak the truth. Don't talk about things that are not true or make up things to hide the truth. Lying is not honest. It's also called, dishonesty because you're saying something that isn't true. You want to be careful about what it is that you project. What do you tell other people? What are you choosing to say? Is it true? Is it just? Is it pure? Is it lovely? Go back to our Philippians 4:8 verse that we talked about a couple of months ago. So examples of what speaking the honest truth means, that you don't say things about people that are not true. You don't spread rumors about someone. It means that you admit your actions. Even if you get in trouble, you still need to admit that you did wrong. Honesty means you explain how a situation really happened. You're not being honest if you say something happened one way when it really happened another way. So be honest in how you act. If you know that something is really wrong, it's a sin, it's not correct, then you try to hide those actions even though you know it's wrong, you're not being honest. So being honest means you act in a way that you know is the right thing to do. Be honest with yourself as well. A big part of this honesty is what you say and how you act toward others. But another part is whether you treat yourself the same way. Do you really know why you're acting in a specific way, or why you tell someone else something, if it is or isn't true? So think about how you tend to respond in situations. You're not being honest with yourself if you're trying to convince yourself that you didn't really do something wrong, or it wasn't that bad, even though you did really do it, or it wasn't bad. Now, if you get a chance to, you can reply in Facebook or in the message section what you think about some correct answers might be to these different scenarios. I just want you to think through these. There's a short story I'm going to read to you, and I'm going to provide you with 1, 2, 3 different endings. There's multiple endings that are potentials, but I want you to think about this. And you can let me know what your response would be if you think that this person is acting in a true manner, is what they're saying true, is what they're doing true, and did they do the right thing? So here's your short story. Mrs. Alexander gave her daughter Jenny a $10 bill and some instructions. Go to the store and get me some bread and spaghetti sauce. Be sure to bring back all the change because I will need it to pay for your brother's field trip at school tomorrow. So here's the first part of that scenario, first ending. Jenny bought the bread and spaghetti sauce and went home, and Mom said, "Did you get what I asked you to?" And Jenny said, "Yes, Mom," and gave her the change. Second ending possibility. Jenny picked up a candy bar after shopping, and when she returned home, her mother said, "Jenny, there's not enough change. What happened?" And Jenny said, "Oh no, I wonder what happened. Maybe the clerk counted wrong." Ending number 3. Jenny comes home with the bread, spaghetti sauce, and a dozen brownies. And her mother asked her why she brought the brownies, and Jenny said, "You didn't say I couldn't get anything else, so I thought it would be okay. Well, here's the change, like you told me." So think about how Jenny responded in those 3 different situations. Did she say what was right? Did she do what was right? Was she being honest? And another little activity that I would love for you to engage in while you're at home and looking for something special to do is I want you to think about how you can show honesty at home or at school or when you get together again at church or in the grocery store in your neighborhood, riding on the bus, walking to school with your classmates. A lot of different areas. Think about how you can be honest. Review your own personal level of honesty and write your comments to yourself. Okay, this is just for your benefit. Now go and survey a few other people to ask them how they perceive you as being honest and write down their comments. Go ask your mom, go ask your dad, your grandmother, your grandfather, your uncle, your brother, your sister, teacher, principal, bus driver, Sunday school teacher, somebody else. Ask a few other people and write down what it is that they say, how they think you are being honest. Compare what they said with what you wrote about honesty and how they perceive you as being and acting. Pray for assistance to make some changes and improvements to increase your reputation of being an honest person if you need to do that, okay? Honesty is the best policy. I want to read again one more time, Proverbs 10, verse 9, because I think you should embed this in your thought processes for the next few weeks. He who walks in integrity walks securely, but he who perverts his ways will be found out. So what you do, what you say, how you act, how you feel about what is right and wrong will come back in some way, and there will be consequences if you are not honest. So think about how you can be more honest this week and in the days to come. Love you.